It's not a new concept, but I think it's something we all need to be aware of at some point in our lives. And I'll call it digging through the trash. Now, in the political world, they used to call it muckraking. It's the same concept, really. But I just like to call it digging through the trash because of what literally happened to me one time. And I've seen it happen emotionally and physically. So, it's actually fucking hilarious. So I had a friend that their parents did the same thing to them. Went to a holiday party, and you know, holiday parties, you want to drink a little bit. Who doesn't? Unless you're adamant about not drinking. So I was like, fuck, we need to get something to drink, but I don't feel like going up to the store because I rode with somebody. There's going to be a whole, like, debacle. It was out in the middle of nowhere. And I was like, fuck it, whatever. They got airplane bottles, so I'll just fucking add some Coke to some vodka or rum. I don't know what it was. One. Okay, one. And I knew the individual hosting was the kind of type of person that digs through the trash. Physically, metaphorically. All of the above. So I was like, man, I know they're going to start shit if they see this. They're going to be assholes. Now, this is even way before I even, like, went through the phase of drinking pretty heavily. This was like, geez, I don't know. I was in my, like, mid-20s, I think. Like, which meant drinking for me then was, like, 2 beers max, or maybe one mixed drink max. But I knew they were going to start shit. Because they always start shit. No matter what you do, they start shit. So I have this fucking empty airplane bottle and my Coke and vodka or rum or whatever the hell it was. And I'm like, fuck, they're going to start shit about this. So I'm like, all right, throw it in the trash. And I was like, no, if I throw it in the trash, they're gonna find it and start shit. Now, obviously, I made a dumb decision here. I should have just put that fucking bottle in my pocket and nobody would have been the wiser. But I put it in the trash, but intentionally, like, put it underneath everything in the trash, like in the middle. Like, nobody's gonna fucking dig through the trash, right? Not so I thought, even though I was suspicious that they would. And it's like 2 days later, I get a phone call from the host talking about, did you drink one of the airplane bottles? That was sentimental to me, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, oh my fuck. They dug through the trash. They fucking literally dug through the trash. I don't know how you... That was so... I mean, it's funny now, but like, what in the psycho fucking crazyville do you live in where you're literally digging through the trash to find bottles? Now, continuing on. A lot of people have that same mentality with interpersonal relationships or romantic relationships or whatever. They're always going to fucking try to dig through things that have or have not happened in the past and hold it against you. I intentionally do not do that in relationships because I don't want to fucking know. I don't want to know. I don't want to know how many people you slept with. I don't want to know what social networks you're on. I don't want to know any of that fucking shit because all it does is start problems. That's me. But people will do it on purpose. Now, some people do it out of ignorance. Like, you know, when I was in my early 20s and dating a girl, I was like, oh, I need to figure it out, see what they're about, thinking I was being smart. No, it was fucking dumb as shit. Should have just left shit alone. However, there's people that continue to do that throughout their life. And the thing is, they do it on purpose. All right? They do it on purpose in a sense of, and I was watching another video earlier today that kind of sparked this whole thought process, is it gives them something to lord over your head. Now, they were talking about this in the essence of gift giving and favors and so on. Because once they give you a gift or do you a favor, they will lord that shit over your head forever. Now I'm going to go into another story. I had a friend that I needed to be picked up from college back in the day, and he's like, I'll do it. And, you know, just throw me some money for gas. So he picked me up, we rolled out, I threw him some money for gas, and I swear on God, for like the next 10 years, every time we went somewhere, he's like, you want to get the gas? Remember that one time I picked you up? You want to get the gas? Remember that one time I picked you up? And I'm like, by the end of it, I think I had paid $400 in gas for one little fucking pickup. But yeah, he held that over my head forever until I stopped being friends with him. I no longer associate with that individual. Hope they're doing well, but fuck you. Now, what people will do, too, is this is where it snowballs, is they'll take any bad information they can find out about you and lord it over your head as well. Now, that may come into threats of, like, I'll tell other people you did this, or I'll tell the police you did this, or I'll tell your new girlfriend that you did this, or I'll tell your family that you did this, blah, 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 blah. It's all the same mentality of wanting power and control. And when you don't, here's where it gets beautiful on my end. When you don't give a fuck, they don't have power or control. All they have is some stupid-ass information from, I don't know, 15, 20, 30 years ago. Who gives? I don't care. I don't care. Fuck you. And once you say fuck you, they are like, oh shit, I don't have power anymore. Yeah. So beware of people that dig through the trash, whether it be your actual trash can or your past or your emotions. You know, and here's another, this, I haven't actually, well, maybe I kind of have had this happen, but like if you tell somebody that you went through like a really hard time, you know, a depression or an emotional state or a bad breakup or whatever, and they will pull that shit out right in front of your face at whenever they feel like they're losing control or need to manipulate you somehow. Now, this is just a theoretical example. My first breakup was fucking, it hit me hard. It was bad. Like, you know, it was still high school, college-y stuff. So, you know, my first one, it hit me like a fucking sack of bricks, man. That shit knocked me out. And then later on down the road, I dated another girl, and I told her about all that shit. You know, just opening up, being vulnerable. And I swear on God, the first time she got mad, guess what? The first thing that came out of her mouth was, well, that's why your first girlfriend broke up with you. or cheated on you or what. I can't remember what it was, but whatever. And I was like, son of a bitch. So you're giving ammunition for people to use. But these people, so lesson number 1, don't give ammunition for them to use. Lesson number 2, don't be around people that are going to go around digging for ammunition that they can use later on. And you just got to use your gut feeling with that, honestly. Because there's no real way to know, all right, is somebody going to fucking use this against me later? You don't really know that. But intuitively, you can kind of feel it out, suss it out. But yeah, so that's digging through the trash 101.